Back in 1873, business letters were written in longhand. The first practical typewriter was used by a venturesome few simply to obtain legible writing. Among these fearless pioneers was Mark Twain, who wrote literary masterpieces, but who could not decipher his own handwriting.
Well, times have certainly changed from the writing machine's modest beginning. Today, in what we know as the business world, millions of typewriters are used in hundreds of ways. The typewriter is the most important single tool used in business. No office could run efficiently without modern typing, and of course, without the efficient, well-trained people who operate the modern typewriter. In this film, let's examine the more important developments and uses of the typewriter as a service to those who are concerned with its operation. One of the most important developments in office work is the trend to electric typing. Not long ago, one new electric was installed for every 20 manuals. Today, the proportion has reached one new electric to every 3 new manuals and is accelerating rapidly. There are sound reasons for this trend. One reason is the better quality of typing turned out. Better letters. Better carbons. Better duplicating masters, and so on. A second reason is increased typing production because of the easier, speedier operation. For these reasons, business feels that the profits from electrics more than justify the additional cost. Today, when the modern executive wants a type style exactly adapted to his purpose, he can make his selection from more than 100 well-designed executive type styles. The cost is no greater than for the conventional pica and elite typefaces. By the way, did you know that more than 45% of today's business letters are typed in block style without indentations? Another 45% are typed in semi-block, that is, block inside address and indented paragraphs. A carbon paper ribbon is often used because it produces sharper, clearer printing than is possible when typing through the thickness of a fabric ribbon. The ribbon is inked only on the side facing the paper, so the metal typefaces never touch the ink. That means they don't need cleaning. I said they don't need cleaning. Ribbons in color, blue, red, brown, and green, as well as black, harmonize with colored letterheads to produce distinctive, attention-getting correspondence. The problem of centering letters and other typewritten work is solved quickly by using an improved perfect positioning scale. The 0 on the scale indicates the center of the paper. The numbering is perfectly balanced left and right of 0 center, 10-10, 20-20, 30-30, and so on. For a 60-space line, therefore, set the margin stops at 30-30. In other words, margins are set at the same number left and right to give perfectly centered copy. Pardon me, are those margins even? They certainly are. Typing bills and other forms is simplified by using all capitals Gothic type. In a production job, it will save hours of every working day. The information in this form in all capitals Gothic type require 25% less typing than exactly the same information in the conventional capitals and small letters. The elimination of all punctuation and all shifting for capitals results not only in 25% less typing, but clearer, more legible forms. Imagine the savings with Gothic type in a full day of forms typing. A forms feeding device generally is used to save even more time in forms typing. This device feeds continuously and evenly multiple form copies which are already interleaved with carbons. After typing, the forms can be quickly torn apart, the carbons discarded, and the copies easily sorted. The pressure control on the electric permits regulation of pressure for the required number of carbons. No additional effort is required in typing multiple copies. Miss, will you show us? That's lovely, but I meant your typing. Production typing operations are speeded up by automatic controls such as repeat line space, repeat space bar, repeat backspace, and repeat underscore. A 10-key tabulator is generally used for statistical typing. This simple feature, which is optional equipment on manual, noiseless, and electric machines, helps prevent errors in important figure work and saves a great deal of time. Note how the left margin or starting point varies for each number. This is because the amounts range from a few cents to hundreds of thousands of dollars. If an ordinary single-bar tabulator were used, the operator would have to space backward or forward from the single tabulator point. This wastes time and increases the possibility of error. By using a 10-key tabulator, the operator simply depresses the decimal key when typing cents, the thousands key when typing thousands of dollars, the millions key when typing figures in millions, and so on. The 10-key tabulator is a must in any department dealing with tabulation of many figures because it prevents errors and retyping. Noiseless typing is particularly helpful when quiet is essential. It makes it possible to have a machine close to an executive's desk without disturbing him. Quiet operation is also appreciated in hospitals, in libraries, banks, editorial offices, and many other places where concentration is important. The noiseless operates quietly because of its pressure principle. Shown in slow motion, the type bars press against the ribbon and paper, rather than strike, as manual and electric machines do. This pressure principle of the noiseless results in an unusually even and attractive print work. For duplicating work, business more and more is using offset plates as masters. These duplicating masters may be plates of plastic, metal, or paper. Typing on them is like typing on ordinary stationery. They take an unusually clear typewritten impression and produce a high-quality duplicating work. Uh-oh, you goofed. But with that special eraser, you can make corrections easily. There you are, just as good as new. Plates prepared on the typewriter are run off on a small offset duplicator to produce many thousands of clearly printed, permanently readable copies. Some typing tasks require special characters not found on the standard keyboard. Nearly 100 different keyboards are available for these special jobs. For example, a keyboard with special medical characters. Another for U.S. Weather Bureau reports. A keyboard with engineering symbols. And one with symbols used in mathematics. There are dozens of foreign language keyboards. French, Spanish, Portuguese, German, Swedish, Arabic, and many others. There are also time-saving special keys for terms which are frequently employed. In each case, the entire term is on one type bar. The traditional 42-key typewriter is rapidly giving way to one having 44 keys as standard. The two extra keys are for optional special combinations, such as exclamation point and numeral 1 on one key, and plus and equal signs on the other. It's 100 to 1 that there's a keyboard for any specific important business use. Typing lists for offset printing is a common job in today's business office. Price sheets, catalogs, internal and external telephone directories, and similar lists must be prepared for reproduction rapidly and inexpensively. This is best done by the use of an electric typewriter with a card-holding device. This device, used with special cards, ensures that every card is typed in precisely the same position to line up exactly in the FlexiPrint panel. After checking, the panel is ready for photography and duplication. The printed page looks like this, and a finished directory like this. When changes must be made in the listings, it is not necessary to retype the complete list, just the items to be corrected. Cards can be inserted at any point to maintain alphabetic or numeric organization. With this panel, listings can be corrected daily and are always ready for a new printing. There are a number of special parts, attachments, and devices used to make the typewriter even more efficient. Carriages come in a variety of widths. For example, this 32-inch carriage will handle wide statistical forms. The 13-inch carriage is rapidly becoming the standard width because of the greater flexibility it affords in typing on wide stationery and forms. There are platens of varying hardness. The harder the platen, the more carbon copies. A special type of copy holder keeps the very line you're typing always in front of your eyes. A fast, smooth, one-hand operation moves the copy a line at a time. A guide underscores the line you're reading. This folder writing attachment permits the typing of indexing information directly on the file folder. Large bulletin type is often ideal for this purpose. Another ingenious feature provides boldface typing at the flick of a lever. This is particularly useful for emphasizing important copy. Headings and subheadings, such as those used in a FlexiPrint panel. Address stencil typing is greatly speeded up by this special device. The throw-in lever and rigid guides make correct positioning possible in one easy motion. Here's an adjustable throw-in lever which ensures automatic stopping at any predetermined typing point. Interchangeable type can be snapped on and off in seconds to permit using characters for chemical, mathematical, and technical work, as well as accents for writing foreign languages. Attachments such as these all help to make typing faster, easier, and better. Automatically controlled high-speed typing is invaluable for certain business communications. When the same letter must go to a great number of people, and it is desired that each letter shall be actually typed, not produced by a duplicating process, an automatic typing unit can do the job. First, a master roll is cut by typing the letter on a perforating machine. The holes, punched in different positions, furnish the code that operates the automatic typing unit. The operator types the inside address, then presses a button. The machine types the rest of the letter automatically at a speed of about 130 words a minute. She sets up the machines in turn, typing a different inside address for each letter, then putting the machines in automatic operation. That's doing a tedious job the easy way. Another use for automatic electric typing is to provide output of data from great electronic computers such as UNIVAC. Where limited quantities of data are to be printed, a modified electric typewriter is activated by UNIVAC magnetic tape at speeds up to 720 characters per minute. Let's quickly review some of the things we've discussed. For business correspondence typing, there are more than 100 type styles to choose from, as well as ribbons of both fabric and carbon paper and in various colors. The perfect positioning scale ensures exact centering of work. All capitals Gothic type saves time in the typing of forms. Continuous forms with one-time carbons further increase efficiency. The 10-key tabulator is a must in any department doing considerable statistical work. Noiseless typing is the answer wherever quiet is an important factor. Typed offset masters are widely used for duplicating work. There is a keyboard for every need. A card holder and panel facilitate typing of lists for offset printing. There are many ingenious devices for special job typing. High-speed automatic typing machines are invaluable for certain purposes. Many present uses of typing have grown out of the fast conversion to electric typewriters due to the better quality of typing and the increased production. Today's offices require versatile, all-round typists who are at home on both electric and manual machines without costly changeover delays. Today's business world couldn't get along without efficient typing and efficient typists. How are you doing, miss? It hardly seems possible that Christopher Latham Scholes once said, "I fear that my invention, like any other novelty, will have its brief day and be thrown aside." But he lived to foresee its tremendous future and to say,
I built it better than I knew, and the world has benefited from it.